Dealing with rejection. I titled this video Dealing with Rejection, and that's because rejection is part and parcel of life. Despite how hard we don't want or how hard we wish not to experience rejection, unfortunately, as we go through life, we will experience rejection in one way or the other. It's sad, but that's how life works. You may get rejected when you apply for a job. You can apply for a job, get to the interview stage, and get rejected. You can apply for a place in a school, get to and be rejected. You can apply for car finance and be rejected. You can apply for a mortgage and be rejected. You can apply for a tenancy and be rejected. You can apply even in your personal, life and relationship. You might be dating someone and get rejected. Dealing with rejection. Anyway, yes. But I've learned also, as I've learned that rejection is part and parcel of life, I've also learned that rejection can mean wait, you need to know more about this. Rejection can also mean redirection. Rejection can also mean it's not yet time for this. You need, or this is not even good for you. Sometimes it takes rejection for you to know that this is not good for you. It takes rejection also for you to learn more and gain more knowledge. So, this video, I'm going to be focusing about applying for jobs, social work related jobs, or jobs generally in the UK. This is not only this tips I'm going to be sharing is not limited to social work job roles. It's for every job that you're applying for in the UK. When I was applying for jobs, which was like in 2024, at the end of 2024, I did a lot of applications and I kept getting rejected. And I was wondering what's going on. No one is even inviting me for interview to hear what I have to say. Why? My applications don't even get invited to an interview. Why? And then I reached out to a friend that year, and my friend gave me her copy of her CV. I looked at that CV and I knew there was something wrong with my CV. And I went in search of knowledge. That was when I found this knowledge. Now, I did not share this knowledge for a while because I thought everybody knew. Like, I was even asking myself, how can I not know? I thought everyone knew this information until last year, December, which was like a month ago. A friend reached out to me and said, I've been applying for jobs, I've been getting rejected. And I'm like, why? Can I have see a copy of your CV? And I saw a copy of her CV and I knew what was the problem. Was the same problem I had myself also. And then it dawned on me that this information is not public. Many people do not know this information. Now I'm going to be talking to you about something called application tracking system. I am not a HR manager. I am not a recruitment manager, but I learned about application tracking system during my own journey and from others speaking to other people. Now, application tracking system is a software tool used by many organizations in recruitment. So many organizations I'm being careful not to say, oh, do not sit down to read applications one after the other. Nobody has got that time. Life is very busy. They use an AI software called application tracking system. Now, application tracking systems are developed and edited to suit whatever the needs of the organizations are. And they use this application tracking system to recruit people. So what the application tracking system does is that in a pool of 100 applications, it sieves out the best applicants or the best application, and then the HR can now read those best applications and now invite those people or those successful applications to an interview. So that tells me that for you to get invited to an interview, your application has to be among the best. Now, how do I make my application among the best? Remember, this application is being saved by an AI tool. My dears, to beat an AI tool, you need another AI tool. That is the truth. We live in a generation or in a world where organizations have embraced AI. It is no longer in those days when there was some stigma around AI. Many organizations now have now using AI in one form of their other. I do not think that AI will replace our jobs. I think that AI can make our jobs more efficient and can help us. Also, in your job application journey or your job hunting journey, AI can make your application more efficient. I don't think that AI can write your personal statements better than you can, but I think it can improve it, because I think that your personal or your supporting statements for your job application needs to have a feel of you. I think that your CV, you have to sit down and tell, write down your CV, things you've done and the experiences you have. The AI cannot just generate that for you. So, on that note, to beat this application tracking system, I would recommend that you use another AI tool. You could use, there are a lot of AI tools. I don't know which one to recommend for you, but I know that there are Copilot, there are Magic Notes, and lots of them. Use whichever one you prefer. Now, for most job applications or job positions advertised in the UK, it comes with two documents: job description and person description. So it tells you what the role is all about, and it also tells you the kind of person they are looking for. I would say take the job description, put it in an AI tool of your choice, Copilot, Magic Note, whichever one you've chosen, and ask it to generate 10 keywords. Is it generate 10 keywords? Generate 15, 20 keywords from this job description. It will pop up those keywords for you. Put the person description information also. Put it on this AI tool that you're using, Copilot, Magic Notes, whichever one you're using. Ask it to generate 10, 15 keywords. It would also go ahead and generate 10 keywords, 15 keywords for you. And then using those keywords, incorporate them in your supporting statements. Incorporate them in your CV. Make sure that your CV has those keywords. Your supporting statement has those keywords, those 10 or 20 keywords. Incorporate them. What this does is that when your application is thrown into that pool of applicants, and the AI, the ATS system, applicant tracking system, is saving all the applications, because your application has those keywords, your application will pop up. It increases your chances of the ATS system picking up your application. Let me tell you something, this thing works. It works for me. Last year, I encouraged a friend to use it. It works for her. The other time, on a social media page that I belong to, I encourage someone to use it, and it works for them. So it works. Immediately, my friend changed, rewrote her application using this style. She started getting invited for interviews. So if you've not been getting invited for interviews, this is one way to improve your chances of being invited to an interview. Another thing I want to share is the need to do things on time. This year, 2026, one of the things I've said to myself is that what I can do in 3 minutes, God helping me, I will not do them in 30 days or in 30 minutes. What am I talking about? So, say a job is advertised on the 16th of January 2026, and say it will close on the 28th of February 2026. Why not apply? If you can apply for that job on the 16th, or as soon as you see that job, why not go ahead and apply for it? Why wait till the 27th of February to apply for the job? This is because applying for a job as early and as soon as possible increases your chances of being invited for an interview. Because from having conversations with HR managers and recruitment managers, I understand that sometimes they give an AI the instruction to select, in a pool of applicants, select from the 16th of January to the 10th of February, select 10 applications. Do you get what I mean? So it means that the ATS has been a program to select applications that were submitted between the 16th of January to the 10th of February. So it means that if your applications were submitted on 27th of February, your chance of being invited to an interview is zero, no matter how good your application is. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Even if your application has, you've used an AI to write your application to select the keywords, it will still be submitted, because the information that was fed to the AI system did not include your own date when you submitted it late. So what am I trying to say? This year, in your job hunting journey, be as prompt and as quick as possible. Be as thorough as possible, but do things on time. If you're applying for a job, please don't wait the last minute. Apply to it as soon as possible. I know that applying for a job can be very daunting, can be very depressing, especially if you need to rewrite your CVs for every job application, or write your supporting statements for every job application. I know, but as much as is within your power, please rewrite them as soon as possible. Please submit and apply for that job as soon as possible. So On this video, the take home, just to summarize, we've talked about two things on how to get ahead on your job application journey this year is to use an AI tool to beat an AI system. Mm? And then we talked about doing things on time, applying for that job on time. And I hope that, and I pray, and I hope that as you do, implement these changes in your job hunt journey, that you begin to see successes. I also want to encourage you that if you're being rejected for a job position, sometimes it's not always you. Sometimes some of these jobs, when they advertise, there's no actual opening. Sometimes they advertise because, according to some labor laws, or labor policies, the organization is, required to advertise for a job. Sometimes there are internal applicants who are going to fill it up. Those internal applicants, they've been working there. It's time for them to experience position, so they will go ahead and apply for the next band six role and then go into that position. There might not be any opening for any external person to come in, and these things are not always put in the in the job advert. So sometimes it's not you. Another time, I saw on Twitter the other day, some recruitment manager was saying, as a matter of rule, he doesn't invite anyone who has not spent a minimum of 1 year with their previous employer. I don't know why, but those are personal bias. So sometimes personal bias come into place in in the hunting journey, and it doesn't have anything to do with how efficient or with your skills. It just has to do with people's personal bias. And can I be honest with you? This year, 2026, is not a year to focus on personal bias. This year, we're going to do our best and put our best foot forward, but we're not going to care about people's personal bias. You know what I mean? Yeah. So on your job recruitment journey this year, I pray that you will do things promptly and fast. And as you go ahead and do things promptly and fast, that God will grant you success. And I pray that if you've been experiencing rejection, that as you implement these changes that I've shared, that you begin to experience successes, that you begin to that you'll be invited to an interview, and that you successfully get those jobs. So until next time, when I bring another video your way, please stay warm if you live in cold regions of the world like I do, and stay safe. God bless you. See you next time. Bye.